You've probably heard the stories, right? A company spends a fortune on this brilliant AI project. They have a world-class team, tons of data, and in the end, it delivers absolutely zero business value. So many of these promising projects fail, not because the tech is bad, but because of how they start. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to get it right from day one.
Okay, let's just jump right into it with this question. I want you to imagine this. Your data science team is popping the champagne. Their model is technically perfect, hitting 99% accuracy. Every statistical target is green. But then you look at the actual business numbers and nothing. Sales are flat, costs haven't gone down, efficiency is exactly where it was before. What on earth went wrong?
Well, the secret isn't buried in some complex algorithm or line of code. It's hiding in plain sight, in the very first step of any project, what we call phase one, business understanding. So let's walk through the three biggest, most common traps that just totally sink these projects from the start, and I'll show you exactly how to dodge them. All right, trap number one. And honestly, this is the big one. It's probably the most common mistake out there. Falling in love with a cool solution before you've even really nailed down the business problem you're trying to solve. This is where teams get all excited about the tech, the shiny new thing, and they completely lose sight of the why. And look at this quote. At first glance, this sounds like a solid plan, right? It's super specific, but here's the thing. This is a classic trap. This statement describes how you're going to do something, not what business result you're trying to achieve. It is putting the cart way, way before the horse. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got a technical instruction. It's a how. On the right, you have a business outcome. It's a why. A good objective speaks the language of the business. It clearly states a problem, in this case, too much manual review work, and the direction you want to move. It's something everyone, from the data scientist to the CEO, can understand and rally behind. So when you nail this, what do you actually get? Well, you get two absolutely critical things. First, a clear, documented statement that becomes your project's North Star. Every decision from here on out gets checked against it. And second, you get a stable baseline. Without that baseline, you're flying blind. You literally can't define what success looks like or whether the project is even worth the investment. Okay, so that brings us right to trap number two, which builds directly on the first one. This is where a project can look like a huge success on a PowerPoint slide, but feel like a total failure in the real world. It happens when we mix up the model's performance with the business's performance.
And oh man, this is probably the most frustrating situation to be in. The model has, say, 94% accuracy. The data science team is thrilled it passed all its tests. But the business KPI, the thing that really matters, like inventory stockouts, hasn't budged one bit. The model works, but the overall system doesn't. Maybe nobody's using it right, or it's not deployed correctly. Whatever the reason, the business result is zero.
This table just cuts right through the noise. On one side, you have model performance. Think of this as the report card for the data science team. It's all about technical correctness, things like accuracy and recall. On the other side, you have KPI performance. This is the report card for the business. It's the actual outcome we're after. The single most dangerous mistake you can make is treating these as the same thing. And really, if you want to know what your business stakeholders are thinking, this quote right here just nails it. Look, the business doesn't run on precision and recall. It runs on revenue, cost savings, and efficiency. You have to track both sets of metrics, for sure, but you have to know, deep down, that the business KPI is the final exam. Hitting that KPI is the only thing that makes the project a true success. All right, on to our third and final trap, the trust gap. This is where you can build a technically perfect model that actually achieves the business goal, but nobody uses it. Why? Because they don't trust it. And that happens when trust is treated like some add-on feature instead of the absolute foundation of the project from day one. So let's break down trust. The first piece is something called explainability. Now, this isn't about the big picture. It's super specific, down to a single instance. It answers the question, why did the AI deny this specific loan application? Or why was this one transaction flagged? It's absolutely crucial for auditing and for giving users real confidence. And then you have transparency, which is the other side of the coin. This is the 10,000-foot view. It answers the big questions like, how does this system work in general? Or what factors does it even look at? People mix these two up all the time, but you absolutely need both if you want people to actually trust and adopt your system. So how do the successful projects build this trust? Well, they don't wait around for things to break. They're proactive.
Way back in phase 1, before a single line of code is written, they're sitting in a room, brainstorming all the ways this thing could fail. Not just technically, but in how people use it or how it fits into the workflow. Then they plan for those failures from the very beginning.
Okay, so we've navigated the 3 big traps. And all of this work, defining the objective, the metrics, the trust factors, it all leads to one single critical moment, the go/no-go decision. And let me be clear, this is not just a rubber stamp. This is your business's ultimate safeguard to stop you from pouring money into a project that's doomed to fail. And to get that go, you have to pass through 3 crucial gates. Think of it like a final exam for the project idea. First, business feasibility. Simple question. Is this thing even worth doing? Does the potential payoff justify the cost? Second, data feasibility. Do we have the goods? Do we have enough of the right kind of data to build the model and measure our business KPI? And third, execution feasibility. Can we actually pull this off? Do we have the right people, the right tools, and a realistic timeline? And I really want to drive this point home. Answering those 3 questions honestly and deciding no-go, that is not a failure. In fact, that's a massive success. It's a win because it saves your company a ton of time, money, and frustration, and frees you up to work on the projects that are actually going to make a difference. So there you have it. The next time you're in a kickoff meeting for a new AI project and everyone starts getting excited about the tech, I want you to be the one who presses pause and asks the single most important question of all. Okay, before we talk about models, what is the one business outcome we are trying to achieve here?